All right, so we have it. Road to the Show news for MLB The Show 18. It's not a lot of news, but it's some to really whet our appetite. So in this video, we're going to go over 4 new features in MLB The Show 18 Road to the Show. Let's jump into it. With the expansion of Road to the Show, trying to make it more RPG, I want to talk about one specific individual that Ramon Russell actually called out that we've seen in photos that released by the MLB. We've also seen him talk in other trailers.
Road to the Show is a baseball RPG experience inside MLB The Show 17. In this mode, you play as a young prospect on his journey into the world of professional baseball.
This individual is Steve Murca. Steve Murca, lead designer over there on Road to the Show, now at San Diego Studios. I think we've got to talk about his history a little bit to think about what he might bring to Road to the Show. So Steve Murca, if you remember, it was lead designer for a Dynasty mode for NCAA 14 at EA. Now within that, he did a lot of things. He changed point-based recruiting in that mode, added some of the skills tree for coaches. In my opinion, helped create the best Dynasty mode in NCAA that I've ever seen. Of course, now he's moved on to Road to the Show, and Road to the Show is becoming more of that RPG that NCAA 14 started out to be. And I actually feel like he's gonna get to deliver like his vision in the NCAA into his favorite game, his favorite sport for baseball. And that's really, really cool. In addition to Steve working on NCAA 14, the last project that he worked on before he left EA was NBA Live 18's The One. That's right. So this man played a huge role in shaping one of the best Dynasty modes in NCAA history, and then helping to resurrect and build the most played mode in The One in NBA Live 18. And so I have to believe that he's taking a lot of his knowledge and expertise and bringing it to Road to the Show. So coming in at number 4, a player progression overhaul. So honestly, if I'm thinking about point-based recruiting and I'm thinking about NBA Live 18's, The One is approach to player progression, I'm hoping it's somewhat similar, where you basically have all these different goals and you have all these like little missions and quests that you have to complete. And by doing so, you up level your OVR, but you also gain experience points that you can use. I mean, that's kind of the true RPG way. So it's not just about points that you would directly attribute to a rating. It's more so you gain experience, which increases your level, and then you have the ability to buy packages. In addition to that, I really hope that there's more ways, like more achievements and little things you can do to progress and build your player just outside of, playing the game. Like for example, it used to be about how many training points can you get each game, and then you use those points. But as noted on the developer blog and live stream schedule, training points are gone. All we can do is really think about it right now, but I tend to think in these directions of other games and also success mode, but we'll have to look more to see what the future beholds. Coming in at number 3, short-term focused decisions. And so one of the biggest improvements last year was the, choice wheel. We've seen that a lot in different games. You've got The Witcher, NBA 2K does some stuff like that in sports games. Obviously, Long Shot allowed you to do it too, but you didn't really know what those decisions you were making had an impact. You could see it in real time in the conversation, but you want to know how it's going to affect you long term, but it's also going to affect you short term. And so there's kind of branching storylines where you could maybe, like New Star Soccer, choose to go meet with a coach instead of meet with fans, and then there's a problem that comes from that. Or maybe you go meet with fans and not with your coach, and then your coach benches you. You see immediate impact from those types of decisions that are very different from some of the long-term decisions. Coming in at number 2, it's going to be new Road to the Show environment. So we've only seen one so far. Kind of remind me of The Journey when Alex Hunter, and Gaz are sitting together on the plane and they're kind of traveling to your first Premier League game. Remind me of that a little bit. I just hope we see more of that stuff. I mean, last year, all we really saw was clubhouse, coach's office, field. That's it. Maybe we can see, you know, like practice facility, you know, a restaurant or downtown. You know, once again, I think about success mode in MLB Power Pros, where you go to all these different places and they're all settings to have dialogue, which all lead to the personality that you have for your player. And last but not least, coming in at number 1, revamped creative player with improved skin texture. So you saw a little glimpse of that in the trailer. Ramon actually talked about it too. So they've changed Cap a little bit, and they wanted to improve, you know, skin tones because they looked a little bit oily, a little bit slippery, trying to make it more realistic, just like, you know, player scans, you know, the actual faces of players that they scan to get into the game. We don't know too much more about this, but we'll see more when they kind of unveil Cap. Looks like that's not going to come till March, so we've got quite a while. All right, well, that's going to do it for 4 new features coming to MLB The Show 18 Road to the Show. Are you excited as I am? If so, let me know in the comments and what you want to see more of. So until the next one, we'll see ya. Peace.